collegiate games. KCTCS is providing us with a game today. Higher education to begin there, and the opening tip, it's batted out of bounds, and Wright State will get it. Wright State comes out in black jerseys, white numerals, and the Hilltoppers are in their home whites. Raiders have it front court, and it'll be Mitchell. Mitchell dumping it baseline to Love. Love cross-court pass, tipped by Colby. Colby now to Thompson. Hilltoppers with a steal. Thompson front court, headed to Key. He'll now retreat with a dribble. The Tops lead Conference USA, forcing 18 turnovers a game this year. Raiders come out in a man-to-man. You get Beard surveying the court. You can see what's going on here. Comes baseline, right wing to Hollingsworth. Low to Johnson against Ernsthausen. Backs into him. Jumper over the taller player is a fall away, and it is no good. It's lost by the Raiders, and the Hilltoppers will have it out of bounds.
Well, that's Justin's trademark shot. He prefers a little followaways when he's near the basket or in the paint. That one just a little off the mark.
And Ernsthausen is 6'11", although he's not a shot blocker. Thompson has the ball in front of the Wright State bench, comes to the free throw line, back to Justin Johnson, driving for the left side, and there's a foul. It's either on Ernsthausen or Love.
It's on Ernsthausen on the drive.
And Justin Johnson heads to the free throw line. We'll see if he can get his free throw stroke back. He's missed 8 of his last 9 from there. He's averaging 11 a game.
Under 50% on the season, 8 of 17, now 8 of 18.
This is it long. Hilltoppers as a team average 6 more makes per game from the free throw line. Wright State averages 5 more makes per game. And Johnson misses both of them long, but Colby rebounds. But his cross-court pass was tipped and stolen by Benzinger. Here come the Raiders, and it's Justin Mitchell front court in the right corner. Thompson flashing in front of Hughes, knocked it out of bounds off of Hughes. So Wright State still doesn't have a shot.
First 2 possessions resulted in turnovers. There's a problem with the shot clock. It didn't reset to 30. It's sitting at 24 right now. It's in the NBA. There you go.
Wright State averages 14 turnovers a game. They already have 2. We played a minute 10 seconds, no score.
WKU has done a fine job of changing defenses. It's really perplexed their opponents so far. They change defenses. They go zones. They go half-court traps. They go man-to-man. Still having trouble with the shot clock. And that's why they've forced more turnovers than they've actually committed. They've done a nice job defensively on the opponents.
Now Wright State takes another approach. Rick was telling us in the radio pregame show for our simulcast, they have played zone on 4 possessions the last 4 games.
Yeah, they were listed at 5% of the time. Very low percentage. Oh my
goodness. Beard, a no-look pass off the dribble from right at the key. He dumps it into Colby, and he jams it. And the Tops are up 2-0.
Results in a Meyer dunk. Meyer's making a $25 contribution to Simply Give that benefits our area local food banks for each Hilltopper dunk this season.
And the earlier week win over Eastern Kentucky, the Hilltoppers had 24 assists to only 6 turnovers. 2-0 score. Here's Mitchell on the left wing against Hollingsworth, crossing over to the baseline to the block, flips across court and threw it away.
Wow.
And the Raiders are still looking for the first shot attempt. It'll be Johnson, and backcourt will throw it into Thompson.
That last dunk from Colby, result of a beautiful look-away pass from Bearden. Really kind of paralyzed the defense, and Colby was wide open in the middle.
Bearden, 12 assists in his last 2 games. Comes to the free throw line, backs his way in the lane for a fallback prayer. A terrible shot. It was an air ball, and Hughes rebounds. Hughes now to Mitchell, coming front court, hard to the hole, and Thompson went up for the shot. Thompson blocked it. It'll be Wright State basketball.
Boy, what cannot Thompson do? he does everything. He had such a fine game the other night. 9 assists and no turnovers. Inbounds
pass from Hughes. They can quickly give it back to him. Hughes has it on the wing. Hilltoppers are now in the zone. Mitchell in the left corner against Johnson. They feed it inside to Ernsthausen. He scores up on Colby. Back to Mitchell for a 3 on the wing, and it's short. And Justin Johnson has the rebound. Ernsthausen knocks it away. Johnson retrieves it. Johnson now playing point guard. Here comes Johnson, front court, right wing, behind the 3-point line. Deep to Thompson. Cross court to Bearden on the left side. Bearden hands it off to Hollingsworth. He'll come toward the top of the key. He dribbles up to the key for a jumper. It's in the air, and it is no good. It's long. Colby rebounding back to Thompson, the wing who faked the 3. Dwight Colby very active early on. Thompson, right side Johnson, lob it to Colby. They come to double. It's knocked away. Colby gets it back. Front court up the top of the key to Thompson, to Hollingsworth on the wing, in the corner to Bearden. Bearden dropping into the lane. Dump past Johnson. 3 in the air from the right side. Swish! What great ball movement.
Oh, that was really patient. Bearden getting into the paint. makes things start to break down defensively. Johnson spotted up on the right wing, buried his first three.
3 minutes gone by, tops up 5-0. Love inside on Colby, left-handed shot over the rim, no good, missed everything with the board. Johnson outlets to Thompson at half court. Here comes Darius Thompson, right wing, stop, shoots a three, it's in the air. Swish!
Wow.
A South Central Bank three from Darius Thompson, and the Hilltoppers lead Wright State 8-0.
Up a touchdown and a two-point conversion right now.
Mitchell down the right sideline in front court. Toppers are now in a zone. In the middle to Hughes. Out front pass comes to Benzinger. Benzinger back on the right side to Mitchell. Mitchell back to Benzinger corner. The best shooter lets it fly. Good. Benzinger passed the ball, then went into the corner. Caught the ball and shot it. And he's knocked down, let's see, 15 threes this year. And it's now 8-3. 4 minutes gone by first half. Thompson has the ball top of the key to the foul line. Double low to Justin. Driving in, laying it up and in. Another fabulous feed from Thompson.
That was a combination of the game right there. Sponsored by State Farm Insurance. State Farm's there for you when things go wrong, but also here to help life go right. Talk to an agent today. 1-800-STATE-FARM.
10-3, Hilltopper lead. Lake's back in shape. Really today he's going without the knee pads and the wraps on his knees today, Hal.
Yeah, he labored the most of any of the Hilltoppers, playing 3 games in a row, back-to-back nights down in the Bahamas. But he's done a fantastic job of getting that weight off and working him back into playing shape.
Wright State's Mark Hughes took it into paint. He was swatted away by Colby out of bounds. It'll be Raider basketball on the baseline in front court with the Tops up 10-3. And they've already dished out 3 assists. Mitchell in the paint had it knocked away, but Hollingsworth gets again. And then Hollingsworth blocked his shot. It's now taken out of midair by Justin Johnson down the left sideline to Bearden. Here's his chin-high dribble. Out top to Johnson, now in the hands of Thompson on the red towel. Deep on the right to Colby. Colby's got maybe a Bohemian tennis shoe on today. Bright green soles. And ball is kicked, and there's a whistle away from the ball underneath.
It's that, or he's been out gigging frogs early out of season and has got a little moss scum on his shoes.
Foul and Hollingsworth away from the ball. It'll be Raider basketball in backcourt. Hilltoppers are winning by the score of 10-3. You can score extra points with your monthly budget and your family's comfort with energy-saving natural gas appliances. Go to atmosenergy.com/efficiency for all the details. Brought to you by Atmos Energy. Wright State has it. Now the Hilltoppers are man-to-man. Benzinger, three-pointer, was everything to the floor. It was short from the right side and goes out of bounds. The changing of defenses, we've seen it all year long, give teams fits. And right now, Wright State's having some issues as well offensively.
Well, it's so important that you have the right personnel to be able to do that. Number one, that they can keep up with the changes. And number two, they're quick enough to make the switches and the shifts when you have to, especially in a half-court trapping defense. That's not easy to run.
Hollingsworth out top Johnson. Will hand it off deep now to Thompson. Gets a pick from Johnson and moving. That'll be a moving pick on Justin. He handed the ball off to Thompson, then moved. That'll be Justin Johnson's first foul. 14:49 left in this opening half. Hilltoppers are defeating Wright State at the present time, 10-3.
The Toppers have now matched the 3 turnovers of Wright State. Wright State committed turnovers in the first 3 possessions. They've settled down a little bit. Tops have gotten a little loose with the handles the last few possessions.
Coach Nagy wanting a better point guard play, so he brings in Jalen Hall, and Hall now has the ball in front of the Hilltopper bench. He's a 6'5" freshman from Houston, Texas. He picks it up and goes headed to key to Everett Winchester, a talented freshman, and he traveled with Justin Johnson guarding him. Winchester's from Baltimore, Maryland, redshirted a year ago, and he's been the freshman of the week 2 times already this week in the Horizon Conference.
Yeah, they like him off the bench. He's done a nice job as he works into the pace and the college game from high school.
Thompson walks it front court, jump pass headed to key Justin, down a low to Colby. Cross court to Darius, fake the 3-point jumper. Benzinger cut off his jumper. Deep down the left to Bearden. Overhead cross court pass to Hollingsworth in the right corner. Shot clock is at 10. He comes deep nearly at half court to Thompson. Thompson, Benzinger on him, back to Justin Johnson, fake the 3. Comes to the free throw line for a fall away, and it's off the iron. Benzinger flying through the air, rips it down. And here comes the left-handed senior out of Cincinnati, Ohio. He'll bring it headed to key, dribbling right. Over now on the right side of the bounce pass to Hughes, back on the left side to Winchester. Winchester down low to Love. They double him with Johnson and Colby, who's up for the shot, hits it with the left hand from the left block. He's a left-hander, put to a strong hand and hit a jump hook shot.
That's his favorite shot, a little hook over the right shoulder.
13:41 to play in the half. Hilltoppers up 10-5. Justin Johnson way out front, deep on the right to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth shoots a 3 behind Justin Johnson's screen. No good, long rebound, corralled by Benzinger at the top of the key. Wright State's a good defensive team. Here comes Hall into the lane. His shot is blocked by Colby. Retrieved by Tavion Hollingsworth. Flying front court with a speedy dribble. Right wing to Thompson. Firing a three. And it's down from 20 feet away on the right side.
And you could tell from Darius's body language that he knew that was good. He was at about half court when the net turned inside out.
10 for 28 for three prior to this one. They lob it over Colby to Love, and he lays it in. No backside help, but a good pass.
Yeah, Colby was fronting, which, you know, if you're going to do that, you got to have somebody behind you to give a little help defense.
Hilltoppers 13, Raiders 7. 12:50 to go, first half. Johnson up front in half court to Colby on the right wing, now to Thompson. Thompson back to Hollingsworth. He'll take it toward the top of the key. Deep down to Johnson. Lobs it inside to Colby. The triple team. Good help from Benzinger to help his teammates out. And he goes off with Benzinger out of bounds with 12:37 to play in this first half.
Well, Wright State's doing a really nice job of collapsing on Colby as the pass is coming in. The little lob pass takes a while to get there. And while it's in transit, a couple of Wright State guys are sagging over there on Colby. So it's been hard for the Toppers to make that connection.
Jake Omer checks in, bounces it low to Merrick Nelson, who checked in as well, goes up for a hook shot inside, missed a short off in front of the iron, and it'll be Hughes with a rebound down the left sideline. He comes to Justin Mitchell, back to Hughes. He fires the three, and it's good. Mark Hughes is now 14 of 33 this year from downtown, and the Wright State Raiders have cut the Hilltopper lead to 3. It's 13-10 with 12:18 to play in the opening half from Diddle Arena. Omer open, fake the three, top of the key to Johnson. Justin dribbles it once, hands it off to Hollingsworth. He looks to go back inside to Johnson, makes a catch deep in left corner against Love. Justin's quicker than Love. Love bumped him with the chest. He's big and strong. Deep down to Omer, fake the 30-footer. Omer on the wing had it punched away by last pass with 4 in the shot clock. Out near half court to Omer. That's about a 35-footer. You bet! Holy moly! I mean, no one will go out there and guard him. It's so far out. That was a set shot. You can't shoot a jumper from that deep, and Omer's drilled it.
You talk about a zone buster right there. Is on the red towel, almost a half court.
16-10, Hilltoppers by 6. Winchester on the wing to Hughes. She bounces down in low, and there's a whistle as a little contact made. Merrick Nelson on the foul. Omer has now made 12 of his last 16 three-point shots.
He has not seen one that he doesn't like yet.
At the free throw line is Jalen Hall. Not a shooting foul. He's lining up there. The pass comes from the baseline from Hughes. Deep now to Hall, headed a key to Mitchell. Mitchell dribbles it to the right side and goes to Hughes on the wing, who's knocked down a 3. Now back to Mitchell on the red towel. Pops now back into a 2-3 zone. Foul line to Love against Johnson. Cross-court jump pass comes to Hall. Baseline drive on Nelson. Oh, a beautiful reverse lift off the window and in.
That was. He kept that ball and put a lot of spin on it up and under to get that ball the right angle to go in the hoop for him.
Western Kentucky University 16, Wright State 12. 11 minutes to go, opening half. Thompson right corner. Wright State stays in a man. They've only played 4 possessions of zone in the last 4 games. Omer, foul line, baseline, scoops it up, scores with the right hand for left side.
He got around Love. Love was on the switch off at the top of the key, and Omer turned in the afterburner and got it into the rim.
Omer averaging 10.7 off the bench this year. Right corner 3 by Hughes is long, pulled down by Darius Thompson, and now the Hilltoppers are looking to run. Thompson front court, right at a key out front to Johnson. He'll send it over to Hollingsworth, and Hollingsworth makes a catch with his right hand. Back down the right side to Thompson. 28-footer off to the left, forced that one. Hughes tracks it down to the right corner. Here's Hughes front court. Hall now in the left corner to Benzinger. Benzinger dribbles into the lane.
Golly.
Nelson got clobbered on a moving screen by Love. I mean, got clobbered.
He'll feel that one. Love began the season 300 pounds. He shaped about 30. We talked to him before the game. He's playing at 270 right now. He's still a good-sized young man, but that's his second foul, so he'll sit for a while.
Prior to this season, he had not played in 2 years. Transferred from South Dakota State. Scott Nagy was the head coach there, so he redshirted last season. He's had a good year, 9 points and 9 boards a game. Here's Thompson out front to Bearden back in the lineup. Bearden to the top of the key. He'll shoot a 3. It's online but short, and Mitchell brings it down. And I think Rick Stansbury's feeling maybe the Hilltoppers are shooting too many three-pointers. They're not a three-point shooting team. Hall in the corner, buries it, three-pointer. Hilltoppers 18, Wright State 15. 9:45 to go first half.
Wright State came into this one shooting just under 31% from long range. They're not great three-point shooters either. Hilltoppers shooting a very respectable 42%, but they don't rely on it.
Thompson baseline drive, stopping. Whistle. 3-second violation on Colby. He was anticipating a Thompson pass to him. It went back out front, and Colby was still in the lane, so the Tops have a turnover.
They're fourth.
8 of the Hilltoppers' 15 shots have been threes. That's a little higher percentage of attempts from three than they've had in most games this year. But they still hit 4 of 8 today. In the lane, blocking foul as Hall took it to the front of the rim. Nelson went flying, Omer went flying. But it'll be a foul on one of those two players with 9:14 to play in this first half. It's on Jake Omer.
Picking up a 7-8 spare on that one. Two Hilltoppers toppled to the deck.
Jalen Hall at the line, 5 points off the bench in just a few minutes. Med Center Health is the official healthcare partner of WKU Athletics. As Hall fires and makes, he has 6 points. He's only averaging 8 a game. He has 6 already. Hilltopper lead down to 2 at 18-16. They're led by as many as 8 at 8-0 and 13-5. And Hall, it's a pair. Hilltoppers 18, Wright State 17, 9:14 to go in the opening half as Thompson walks at front court. He's on the red towel with the dribble, trying to free up Omer. Omer's standing at the free throw line, breaks to the right, Mitchell picks him up to go in the corner to Bearden. Bearden, guarded by Hughes, takes him into the paint, stops, leans up and under with the right hand, and it's around and out. Good look. Would not stay down, and Wright State can take the lead as Mitchell brings it front court. Cut off by Bearden. Bearden knocked away Thompson. He shovels it in her hand to Bearden. Bearden coming down, needs to hurry. He lays it in. Benzinger almost tracked him down from behind.
Yeah, Benzinger gave chase. He's not going to be a spectator and watch him make the layup. He's going to challenge.
Bearden with another steal. Leads Conference USA in steals.
That wasn't very smart.
Foul on Bearden away from the ball. With 8:29 to go in this first half, the Hilltoppers have a 3-point lead. Winchester back in for Wright State, the 6'6 freshman from Baltimore, and exiting is Mark Hughes. Benzinger will make the inbounds pass. Goes it deep to Winchester, and between the rings now to Mitchell, and out of the inbounds pass, the Tops go into a 2-3 zone. Hall has it, foul line. Going deep to their post player, Winchester, and he's fouled on a fallback jump shot right of the lane. The entry pass was made by Ernsthausen to find Winchester inside.
Nice little bounce pass from Ernsthausen down to the baseline and gave Colby a little shot fake on the right block. Colby bit on it, picked up his first foul.
Winchester, a 72% free throw shooter. Perfect. Like the Hilltoppers, Wright State shoots many more free throws than their opponents. Hilltopper lead is now at 2 at 22-18. This game's over. We'll select the M&L Technical Systems Hilltopper Defensive Player of the Game on a radio post-game show in the simulcast. M&L Technical Systems, wired for success. Winchester, that one's long. Ernsthausen grabbed it and lost it, and Thompson retrieves it for WKU. Hilltoppers by 2. Bearden open, baseline left, fires a lot of Colby for big jam inside.
What a pass. I mean, that thing had some heat on it. Colby caught it and went up in traffic. He was challenged on that dunk and still forced it through to give the Toppers the 4-point edge.
22-18, Hilltopper lead. Mitchell, Ernsthausen, right side of the foul line, gets it deep now to Mitchell. Mitchell guarded by Bearden. Comes out toward the top of the key to the foul line. He's in the lane. He's leaning, shovels it down low. A nice feed to Winchester for a reverse layup.
But they're really making some hay. Wright State is in and around the basket. Some really nice passes in close quarters. And they're finishing around the rim much more than the Hilltoppers.
22-20, Hilltoppers by 2. Wright State's made 7 of 15 shots. They've done damage inside. Been able to beat the Hilltoppers off the dribble today. Omer throws it inside, a little bit low on the bounce pass to Colby, went off his knee. Retrieved by Justin Mitchell for the Raiders. Right side, Benzinger fires a 3 and makes it. And for the first time in this game, Wright State leads it 23-22.
Benzinger and Hughes are really the two transition guys the Toppers have to find from the 3 line. Benzinger showed why right there.
Thompson slowing it down. Colby sets up right of the lane. Johnson left of the lane. Left wing pass to Omer. Back to Justin. Wide open three in the air. Swish!
Assist from the three-point shooter to the post player, Justin Johnson, who buried the three.
Justin now has hit 2 threes today, and he has 8 points. 25-23, Hilltoppers by 2. Ernsthaus spinning in the lane. Backdooring Omer was Winchester. Jump pass coming to Mitchell in the right wing. Mitchell into the paint, down low to Winchester. Winchester in a triple team. Winchester firing it back out to Ernsthaus. He'll fake a three to Winchester in the baseline for a 14-footer. In and out, look good, didn't go. Mitchell missed the putback shot. Colby rebounds and at Mitchell's head. And there's a whistle. Draped around Mitchell's neck.
Called being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I don't know about the call. Here's Johnson down and deep, out top to Bearden. Top of the key to Thompson. Lobs it low to Johnson, makes a catch in traffic. In a double team, has to shoot it, does with the left hand, no good. Tipped up, no good. Retrieved by Bearden, head of the key. Back to Johnson on the left block. He's bumped by Love. He's in the lane, he throws it out front, it's intercepted. It is intercepted by Winchester. Coming down Darius Thompson, he's fouled by Bearden.
Well, Justin got that ball. Again, the lob over has not been successful for the Hilltoppers. By the time he catches the ball, they've collapsed on him so hard. Colby's been the recipient of it. That time Johnson caught the ball, surrounded, too deep in the under the basket, and really had nothing to do to try to get up and throw it up on the glass, or he would have gotten the 3-second call. Tops just couldn't convert.
Winchester missed the free throw. He's made 1 and missed 2, and he hits this one. 4 points for Winchester. Hilltoppers by 1 over Wright State. 25-24. 5:38 to go in this opening half. The Hilltoppers have won 3 in a row. They are 5-2. The Raiders have won 4 straight, and they're 4-3. Alley-oop to Johnson for the right corner. Thompson with a great pass, and Johnson caught it and dunked it.
Another Meyer dunk right there. It was a fantastic lead pass by Bearden.
Pass comes inside to Love off a dribble drive from Hughes, and Love dunks it. So he gives the Hilltoppers a taste of their own medicine. 5:12 to go, first half. Hilltoppers by 1, 27-26. Here's Johnson out front, deep left to Bearden. Fakes a long three, comes to the head of the key and stops. Right side Colby, 17-footer airborne and short, and it's pulled down by Hughes. Wright State with possession, and they're down by 1. Hughes against Omer, who was clobbered by Love on a screen. Shot was an air ball, rebounded by Thompson. Outlet pass comes to Bearden. There's a 1-on-2. Bearden takes it in, puts it up. It's good. He's fouled, and it counts as he drew contact from Jalen Hall.
Fantastic take by Bearden coming in from the left side. Knew the contact was coming, was prepared for it. Once he felt the contact, hesitated just a little bit to gather himself and get that off the right part of the square for the bucket.
Bearden with 4, shooting for his 5th. 81% free throw shooter. He eyes it, he flies it, and he makes it. And he has 5 points. The Hilltopper lead over the Raiders now at 4. 30-26 on this Saturday afternoon at Dittle.
First make for the Hilltoppers at the stripe with 2 misses.
Hall out front, 3 over Bearden, no good. Love and Colby fighting for the rebound, and foul's going to be on Love. And Love has picked up his 2nd foul. Love will check out. He's replaced by Parker Ernsthaus. And right now the team fouls, 5 on Wright State, 7 on Western Kentucky University. Thompson to walk at front court. Hilltopper basketball brought to you by Med Center Health, the official healthcare partner of WKU Athletics. Here's Thompson over at pass left side. Johnson down and low. Telegraphed the pass, knocked away by Ernsthaus. They were trying to throw it low to Colby. Mitchell out front. Benzinger firing a 3 and missed it. And then Colby was pushed in the back by Ernsthaus. And Ernsthaus has the 2nd foul.
Loudon Love just picked up his 2nd possession ago, and he's on the bench. Interesting note about him, Randy. He changed his name from Volbrecht. I guess he thought one German name on there in Ernsthaus was enough, and he went to Love from Volbrecht.
Here comes Omer. Omer to the hole, flips it up on the run. It's off the iron, no good. Brought down by Mitchell.
He wanted to drop that off to Colby on the little pick and roll, but Colby was not open.
Foul on jumper by Mitchell. Rising and missing. Colby rips it down. Now the pass comes to Darius Thompson. Wright State getting back nicely. There's a pass to Beard, makes a one-handed catch to the baseline. Oh, an unbelievable pass to Homer in the corner, and he missed the three. Benzinger knocked him down. No harm, no foul, evidently. Here's Mitchell down the middle. Bounce pass right side to Hall against Bearden. Bouncing it down low. Mitchell taking it on Johnson. Reverse layup is around it in. Wright State getting it done inside today.
They really are. A lot of there's at least 5 or 6 baskets that have just been with touch up and under shots around the basket.
Tops 30, Raiders 28. Homer deep on the right, out top to Johnson. The topper post player hands it off to Thompson. Thompson guarded tightly by Mitchell. Good defenders at Justin Mitchell. Here's Bearden on the right side against Winchester. Bearden now they switch off. He dumps it low to Colby, a great delivery. Colby was fouled with a shot. A remarkable look. No one in the state of Kentucky's ever won that award before. It's for the top resellers nationwide. They manage a lot of different things such as your security infrastructure, wireless indoor and outdoor, project management, their IP, everything. That's JBK Network Consulting. At the free throw line is Dwight Colby. His first one is perfect. He hits the second one as well. Colby with a 6-point, 6-rebound first half.
Colby now 16 of 23 on the season from the free throw line.
32-28, tops by 4. Hall cut off by Thompson. The Topper's in a tight man this trip down. Winchester races against Justin Johnson on the perimeter. Winchester to the foul line, to the block. Shovels it up over Colby, missed it. Great rebound by Hollingsworth. Here's a flip pass coming frontcourt to Bearden. A 1-on-2. He attacks, he shoots, he misses, and he's fouled. He'll shoot 2. You know, Wright State's done a very good job. Of course, when you make baskets, it's tough to break. But this pace has been more to Wright State's liking than WKU's.
It's been kind of a grinding pace. And Wright State's done a nice job, too, keeping the Hilltoppers from making many run-out points. Tops only with 4 baskets on breakaways.
Ernsthausen just recorded his 3rd foul, so the center will leave. He'll be replaced by Loudon Love. And Lamonte Bearden just hit a free throw, and he has 6 points. Hilltoppers by 5, 33-28.
Love again enters the game with 2 fouls.
Bearden lets it go. Swish. 7 for Bearden. Hilltoppers by 6. 8 has been their biggest advantage. It's 34-28 with 2:26 to go in the first half. Mitchell nearly traveled. Foul line dribble. Love now deep and left against Bearden in a man-to-man. He goes to the top of the key and stops. Beard knocked it away again. Love grabs it back. Benzinger now on the right wing against Thompson. Inside to Winchester. Spinning. Back to Benzinger on the wing. Trying to get by Thompson. He can't do it. Fall back prayer. Answered.
Oh, goodness.
How about that shot?
That was a tough shot. I feel like I played pretty good defense if the possession ended with that shot.
34-31. Tops up 3. Thompson left to the key to the lane. Right side Johnson. Out front Bearden. Fake the 3. Shot clock at 16. He'll go 1-on-1 against Benzinger. Trying to cross over. Can't get by him. Throws it right side Thompson. Lets the 3 fly. Knocked down after the shot and fouled by Mitchell. Will it be on the shot or after it?
Yep.
It is on the shot, so 3 free throws for Darius Thompson.
And Mitchell picks up his 2nd foul. So foul starting to mount up. Could be an issue for the Raiders before this one's over.
Thompson's a 78% free throw shooter. He's hit a pair of 3-point shots today, and that's his first trip to the line, and he made his first one. WKU by 5, 35-30. That one's good. Dwight Colby forgot that it was a 3-point shot. He was charging to the rim to grab the rebound.
See if the Hilltoppers take this next possession and go right to Love. Love with 2 fouls. Ernsthausen already on the bench with 3 this half. See if the Tops try to get Love in trouble.
Thompson's 3rd shot rims out, so he makes 2 of 3. Colby's out. Nelson's in. That means the Hilltoppers going to go to their 1-3-1 half-court zone press, and Nelson's the front man on that at 6'7" and a lot of quickness. Love barrels his way into the lane on the smaller Thompson. He shoots a right-handed follow-away hook. It's in and out. Justin Johnson tips it to his teammate Nelson. Now cross-court to backcourt to Darius Thompson. 1:18 to go in a half, and WKU's up 6. Darius stops. Deep to Justin Johnson. Hands it back to Thompson. Over on the right to Bearden. Bearden runs his man Hughes into the Johnson pick. Goes to the top of the key. Tricker dribbles past Hughes in the lane. Goes of a runner, and it's in from the left side of the lane. 38-30. That ball is just an extension of his hand, Hal.
It's like a yo-yo.
Our final minute we brought to you by Minute Mart. For everyone living life in the go. Nice dribble by Hall into the foul line area. Missed the shot. Long rebound pulled down in the lane by Love. Lost it. Justin Johnson grabs it. Now it's knocked away from him, and Hughes retrieves it for the Raiders. Hughes gets it back low to Love. Posting up on Johnson. Missed the left-handed hook shot. Rebounded by Thompson. Hilltoppers are running up by 8. Here comes Darius. Front court, Justin Johnson. Driving in. Putting it up. It's good. He's fouled. And it counts as Love picks up his 3rd foul.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what you wanted to do. Johnson did a nice job taking the hit, and a pretty good hit it was. Again, from a lot of beef there. Love picked up his 3rd now, 29 seconds. He wants to disappear and not pick up that 4th in this half. They're going to bring in a substitute for him to keep that from happening.
Love and Ernsthausen, 2 big players, out with 3 fouls for Wright State. And it's now a 10-point lead, and coming in for the Raiders will be Ty Wilburn, a 6'1" guard out of Gary, Indiana. Johnson's free throw is good. Johnson has 13 points, so he's passed Michael Fralix, who was a star guard in the early 90s. And Owen Lawson was a big-time player in the mid-50s for 29th all-time now in scoring in Western Kentucky University history.
Tops on a 7-0 run over the last minute and 20 seconds.
Now with their biggest lead of 11, 41-30. Shot clock's off. Love dribbling it out. He's on the free throw line in half court. Nelson's on him man-on-man. 6 seconds left to go in the first half. He goes toward the top of the key against Nelson. Thompson switches on him, so Thompson's now on him. Love goes cross court right side, Hughes for a 3. Missed it, long rebound, Justin Johnson. And the first half is